Hey everybody, how's it going? Okay, it's been ages since I've actually done any live streaming. Like, when I say ages, I mean literally months and months. I can't even remember the last time. I think it was a Dominions 5 game that I played. And before that, it would have been Twitch, and I don't use Twitch very much anymore. So, yeah, just thought I'd actually just come on just for a little bit of a hangout and just play Conquest of Elysium 5. This is a game that I can just play with my eyes shut, really. I don't have to worry too much about it, you know, playing well. Because it's not really the sort of game where, unless you set it to be very, very difficult, where you're going to, I don't know, it's challenging, but it's sometimes losing is fun in Conquest of Elysium. So, how's everybody going? I've got at least one viewer. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Let's just go straight into start game. Bear with me a sec, folks. Check the audio levels. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. No, I need to be louder. Louder, louder, louder. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to play... what should we do? This is my... Okay, I'm going to show you my preferred setup for Conquest of Elysium. I tend to play on a large map. And when I'm... I don't know, like... I like all of these, actually. I like Empire and Monarchy best because they just sort of give quite a balanced sort of game. But it depends on who you are. Like, if you're playing someone like the Dryad or anybody that wants forests... Dark Ages can be pretty good. Fallen Empire can also be pretty good. But it just depends on who I'm playing. Andre, hello. How's it going? Yes, I've got 2 viewers now. This is excellent. I think it's probably more than I've ever had. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know. I think... don't know. Am I bored of playing on Empire? Okay, so it's funny because I used to play on agricultural all the time, and I just found that like a really kind of easy to play, fun one. I think Empire and Monarchy are sort of the standard, if you want to call it that. You've also got this Dawn of a New Empire. This one I really don't play very often. Maybe I should play this. Slowly and painstakingly, Elysium is returning to the glories it knew during the days of the Empire. Cities are growing once more, and the future of humankind looks bright and promising. But the hard years of the monarchy are not forgotten, and a council of elders has been formed to rule humankind and to keep anyone from proclaiming themselves king. The council rules from the largest city, but it's not nearly as large as the capital of the old empire. Okay, I do remember this. Josh Zetigran says, I'm in bed with the flu, not going to chat much. Appreciate the stream. Really enjoyed your Armageddon Empire video this morning as well. Hey, thanks Josh, I really appreciate that. I thought that it was time that I actually played something a little bit different, and Armageddon Empires has been requested a few times. So yeah, I actually really like that game. That's a game that I can just put on and play through in about 2 or 3 hours, and it's always fun. Like it's a really, really good game. So I'm actually going to aim to release an episode every day until I finish that one, and I reckon there'll probably be about 5 or 6 episodes. I would have thought. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get that one done this week. And if people like it, I'll play it again, because Armageddon Empires is like really easy to play. It's really, really fun too. Okay, back to this. I'm gonna put. How am I gonna play this? I'm gonna put it on Wilder, and I'm also gonna enable. I'm gonna put battle reports on as well. I think Wilder is quite difficult for the AI to deal with, so you might want to also play with teams on this. Let's have a go at this. We'll see how it works. I probably want to put the difficulty up a little bit if we're playing with Wilder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we probably want 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe one more, 8. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put them into teams. So let's have the greens together. I'll have some yellow. Yellow and orange. 1, 2. Yeah, let's have red. A reddy colour. Not too close to the orange? Nah, I'll be alright. And kind of purple. In fact, I think what I'm going to do here is just make this dead obvious. Yeah, they're kind of different. Okay. I'm going to give myself some kind of fairly neutralish colour. Alright. Who shall I play? That's going to be the interesting thing. I'm going to play someone I've not played for a while, I think. So let's get these AI on teams. This is going to be hard, by the way. I think if you're actually going to play with teams, generally speaking, you want to keep it on the lowest difficulty setting, unless you're really, really good. This is what Johan recommended when he said he plays it, but I'm going to put it up to Butler. I think I'm going to be a bit of a sadist and see if I can do this. I did a series where I put it up like this and I actually lost. So I can't remember if I put it on Butler or on Knight. I think it might have been Knight. Knight against teams of 2 is really, really difficult. Let's put unique random players on, and I'm going to pick a faction. Who do I want to play? Monkey Maharaja and Raksharaja are really good, by the way. I don't know if any of you fans out there have played this one, or either of these. These are really, really good. I mean, they're all fun to play. Even the ones that are kind of weak are still kind of fun. I've not played High Cultist for absolutely ages. I'm just going to remind myself what this one does. Oh yeah, okay. I remember now. Yeah, I've not actually played High Cultist since the game was updated, so I think this is going to be fun to play. So let's try the High Cultist, and let's see how it goes. I'm actually just going to change these guys to blue. Oops, no. There we go. So we've just got a bit more obvious colours, and just make sure I've got everything right before I hit OK. Benjamin. Yeah. So if people like these live streams, then I'll probably do more of them. I've got to be honest with you, when other people do live streams, I am much less likely to watch them back later because I don't really like all the chat that goes on, to be honest. But it's way more fun to do these, I've got to say. I think it's way more fun to do them than it is to watch them back later, if you follow me. So yeah, if I get any feedback on, whether you guys like this or not, I'll probably carry on doing it. Let's have a look at what we've got. Here's Benjamin the High Cultist. Void magic spells. So we've got Confusion, Paralyze, Star Showers. What's this one? Area of Effect 5, range 10. Okay. Paralyzation. Strange Hymn. It's another Paralyze spell. Area of Effect 25, range 6. Oof. Okay. And this is going to hit your own troops as well, I think. I'm tempted to switch that. Hold on. Magic resistance negates. Magic resistance negates easily. You got to be a little bit careful with some of these big spells. Oh, we've also got Shantak the Cultist of the Deep, and we've got Reading of the Stars, which is a luck effect on Area Effect 2. Words of the Void, that's a stun effect. Okay, that's cool. And let's have a quick look what we start with. Yeah, we've got a pretty weak starting army. What do we got? We've got 8 spearmen, 5 crossbows. Starting right next to a troll. That guy should be pretty easy to beat with this. If I remember right, they've got low magic resistance, haven't they? Yeah, they've got 4 magic resistance, which is not that low, but I mean, it's basically the same as a human. So he's going to get confused pretty easily. Now, Confusion, does that actually... I can't remember whether Confusion allows you to steal them or not. I think not. I'm trying to work out whether I can go in here immediately and kill these. I think probably yes, providing my magic works. And trolls, so if you've ever had problems with the Troll King, for example, the Troll King's really, really easy to beat if you use magic on him, essentially. So let's get. I think I'm gonna go for this. We do have to be a little bit. Oops. We do have to be a little bit careful not to. Yeah, I need to leave some guards here just in case someone just strolls in. Okay, let's go and take this guy out. So I'm gonna move here. Let's see what happens. This is a real gamble, by the way, but I like doing stuff like this. We'll see if it happens. Okay, that didn't go very well. Let's see what happens. Okay, we got him, look. So, something else happened here. We were attacked in the coal mine. Oh, we got attacked by bandits. Oh, right, okay. Good lord. This is a terrible start. Let's just have a look at what happened here. Okay, we might need to take 5 of them out, but that's game over. Okay, let's start again. This is Conquest of Elysium, you know, and this kind of thing happens all the time. So let's start again. I'm going to put it on Wilder, Common Cause. Yeah, okay, so Wilder is pretty wild. I forgot quite how difficult this game could be when you bump the difficulty up. So let's do the same thing again. I'm just going to set this out. I'll do it really fast this time. So thank you for being patient. Let's just have a look. Let's get orange and oops. Orange and yellow. We want 3, 4. So let's get a blue. Typical Conquest of Elysium start, says Andre. Yeah, I completely agree. That's like that happens to me all the time. Honestly, it happens to people who play as recklessly as me, particularly. I mean, if you really want to be serious, and you can play quite slow and you'll still win. Although I think it's good to get a decent start when you're playing on difficulty settings like I've got it. I've got to be honest with you. You probably want to be a little bit more careful. Let's just pick a colour. Come on, bet anything. That'll do. Okay. So again, unique random players. Let's just put teams on again. There we go. And let's go for the High Cultist again. Let's see if we can do this time. Benjamin 2. Okay. Yes, the High Cultist got off to a bad start there. Yeah. Okay, so this looks a little bit simple, a little bit easier. We've got 5 deer, 3 swans. Now, I by the way, I really like playing it on Wilder. The problem is that it is difficult. Barlaboo. Barlaboo, the Cultist of the Deep. This guy's got Mind Burn. Okay. And Stun. Okay, those are two good spells. Here we've got Starlight. Reading of the Stars. Looks actually quite good. Summon 1 Spine Membrane Horror. As long as they don't attack your own troops, I don't mind them. And we've got Soul Slayer as well, which is really good. So let's get Reading of the Stars. I think Luck is useful. So we've got a port over to our northeast, last town. Yeah, it's a little bit much for us to handle at the start of the game. We don't really have much in the way of money. And we really want to try and get some more sacrifices. Just remind myself what this guy's got. Ceremony in the Deep. By performing the summoning ceremony far below the surface of the ocean. Influence of the stars is much lessened and the danger of misreading the stars minimized. Alright, okay. So this makes your rituals easier to cast. Then we've got Contact Old Ones as well. Yeah, okay, so these ones that you've got to be a bit careful of early on. I think what we'll do... Excuse me, I keep burping. What we're going to do first is just jump into and take out these deer so we can actually clear those out. I don't want to take all my units though, because I don't want a bad start. There we go. Okay, let's see how this goes. We've got a Serpent and 3 swans, an Iron Bog. If it's just swans there, I should be able to defeat those pretty easily. Okay, fingers crossed. Okay, we survived, so let's see what happened. Okay, that's good. No casualties, look. Excellent job. I don't think we've even got any wounds either. Swans have moved out. There's still a Serpent. I think we should take this Iron Bog first. Now, that will give us metal, and metal's useful. Just remind myself of what we can actually recruit here. Okay, yeah, so we get access to archers. Sorry, to crossbowmen and swordsmen. So pretty standard fare. Interestingly enough, because we've got a port, we also get access to ships as well. So that's pretty cool too. Let's head down here. It doesn't look like we've got much. There's nothing much visible around here, at least for the moment. So gonna have to expand to the south a little bit and see what we've got. Gonna battle an Iron Bog. Okay, that's nothing to see there. So let's just... we've got a bear here as well. I like to clear out as many of the monsters as I can, to be honest with you. So let's just go straight down for that and see if we can kill that thing. Should be pretty easy with the magic we've got. And, yeah. I tell you what, man. I love this game. So, oh, it's asleep, look. Yeah, he started asleep. Oh, we got it with a... Was that Soul Slay? I'm not sure what we hit it with. Oh, no, Mind Burn. Okay. So we hit it with Mind Burn. Oh, there's those swans. We've got 6 wolves here too. Let's head back up this direction, and then we'll try and intercept those wolves. And we're going to be very, very slowly picking up on the resources. There's a scout available. Ah, yeah, that's well worth getting. Let's go back. Let's go and pick up that scout. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so I can play this game all the time. Like this is one of those games, right, that I never get bored of. It's really, really rare for me to get bored of. Ah, I didn't realise we free spawn stuff here. Interesting. So we get these hybrid fishermen as well. Look, they've got 210. Oh, they got 2 attacks, 6 hit points, 4 strength. So they're basically humans, but with 2 attacks. Now their attacks are not very strong compared to a spearman, but it's 2 attacks. Hey, initiative 2. Oh, okay, so they're really, really low initiative. I think probably what I'd rather do is actually have the spearman here. And I'll leave these guys to defend. Let's definitely take that scout, though. So yeah, this game I can play it all the time. I rarely get bored of it. It's just so replayable. And it's one of those games as well that, like I said, even if you lose, it's usually fun in some way. Like you've usually had some crazy experience. I don't think it's possible for you to jam as many game mechanics and as much content into a game like this and not get emergent gameplay. Let's take these wolves out. Oh, we've got another port down here. This is a pirate port. What's the difference between these two? Gold income 3. 3 sacrifices. Ah, okay, this one's a monster layer. This one will be 2 though, right? No, but... I do think this is a faction. So, yeah, maybe that will spawn too. I don't think it's counted as a monster layer, but I think it will spawn units. I might be wrong there. Let's have a look at what happened with these wolves. Okay, right. Yeah, I remember now. The last time I played these guys, I remember thinking they were incredibly strong. I think they're probably one of the stronger factions in the game. Okay, we've got a magus here in this castle. Crown of Golden Mastery gives them magic resistance boost and gold arcana +1 for a pass boost. Also got boost regeneration. Ah, this is going to be great to take. What we want here is a catapult that just goes and kills him on the first go. We've got a captain available, but I can't grab that now. Yeah, these guys are going to kill me. So let's just sort of move our way across the land here and see what we can find. We don't want to go too far from our home. Sadly, there's a distinct lack of. Ah, hold on. Oh no, this is where we want to be. We need more troops for this, and I need to get more money. So, bit of a rough start so far, I'd say. What? Oh, this is a colour that's very similar to mine. I've been a bit stupid here with the colouring. Yeah, so this is... I don't know if you guys will be able to even tell the difference between that. But yeah. Ah, here we have a warlock. Okay. Oh no, it's a warlock's apprentice. There we are. It's funny because I actually meant to say demonologist. Thought it was demonologist. But I was... My slip of the tongue actually was correct. So, yeah, we've got these lesser earth elementals. These won't be affected by my spells, I don't think. So I think I need to keep the hell away from those guys. We have got a bishop. Oh, this is like a Voice of El character. Have we got enough sacrifices yet to do anything? No. Astrology. The alignments of the stars will influence the outcome of voice summonings. Okay, let's just leave that for the time being. I'm just going to go and take this and just see what we can get. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. Temple Guard, bishops. I wonder if this is the main city. Yeah, I think this is... Okay, no, this is a sacred city. So we've got a temple here, library, citadel, lots of sacrifices. We definitely want to take that, but it's well beyond our reach at the start of the game, I think. Okay, let's have a look at where we want to be going. Normally at the start of the game, I like to kind of wipe out as many players as I can, but this army's weak. The fact that I got two... It's kind of got high-ish magic resistance. Elemental magic 1. The Earth Warlock. I think that these guys are going to jump in and kill my mages, like, because they will go back lines. So I think I'm just going to avoid these if I can. Let's go down and just take this stuff off them. Just see where he goes. I don't think he'll attack me. Yeah, I thought so. He's keeping well away from me because he knows that this is a risky maneuver for him. Now I want to try and keep onto these sacrifices if I can. Guard tower. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Now we are talking. You know when you like see, look at this. This is what Wilder does. Wilder makes the game way more difficult. And I love it. It's way better. It's way better until it's not. And let me qualify what I'm saying there. So it feels like it's way better because you feel like there's more of a challenge. The problem is that it has some consequences. So for example, sometimes the AI can die off a little bit too easily when you're playing on Wilder. The other thing is that sometimes it can just be really, really brutally hard. Let's have a look at what happened here. See, this is a lot of ball, by the way, for us to take on here. I might lose a unit or two here. Okay, we managed to survive without any deaths, which is good. Getting ourselves some experience points is always worth getting. Oh, he's left one single Earth Elemental. Let's go and kill that. If he's going to be stupid and start doing stuff like that, then that helps. Yeah, oh wow, the scout got the kill. Don't see that very often. Okay, we got an iron mine with a taskmaster down here. Now these guys are kind of not very strong. They got a really, really hard attack though with that pickaxe, but they don't move. So if you got plenty of arrows, you know, even crappy slingers will kill these guys pretty fast. Let's. I think what I'm going to do is while I'm just picking up, I need money and I need sacrifices here. Let's make sure we've got these guys like coming in. These swans. I don't think they'll... Yeah, the swans won't beat us, but let's just carry on up this way. And we'll just dance around this warlock for a little while. The cultist is the deep available. We can't afford him, unfortunately. I wonder where that warlock went. Yeah, we're a little bit weak. A little bit weak. I think I'm actually gonna head back this way. Maybe not. It might actually be worth just hanging around here. Because I probably want to protect this if I can. Yeah, Bishop and Halberdier is probably a little bit fierce for me to deal with at this point. And actually, those guys being on there means that they're actually stopping that monster generation as well too. Let's see what we got down this way. Oh, we got another coastal hamlet here. I think coastal hamlets are good for us. I think there's specific rituals that we can cast there. Okay, we got a wealthy merchant nearby as well. Yeah, we definitely want to take this out to stop more spawning from this faction here. Ah, there's the merchant, look. Did he win there? No. Ah, look, okay. So there's a scroller returning. So I think this must have been what that merchant was carrying. I've never ever seen that merchant do that before. I don't know why they would attack a village or a fortified settlement like that. That is pretty bizarre. Okay, let's carry on. We've got some wolves down here. Let's take this coastal hamlet, I think. And just sort of move away. I think I'm going to try and keep in this sort of area and then get myself some summons up. So Next turn I might see... Ah, there we go. We got Monkey Maharaja there, look. And that might be Voice of L. Yes, it is. Okay. If that was Monkey Maharaja... Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, he's a Bandaraja. So... It's possible... I can't remember whether the Rakshasi or the Raksharaja has the Vanara or not. I don't think it does. But I think this is Monkey Maharaja. Which the reason why I'm concerned about this is because the Raksharaja can hide troops. Now, these guys can as well. These have also got stealthy troops when they're in forest. But I think I can take this out. Do I want to, though? That's the other thing. Probably not at this stage of the game. Let's go, and this guy is going to come and pick up our villages. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back this way and just prepare for that. Oh, he headed back down to the southeast. Okay, it's just wolves. We don't need to worry about those guys. I could probably beat this. And this would be a nice little thing for us to take for the metal. I'm also kind of tempted to get some crossbowmen up here. That said, yeah, I've got a new strategy, by the way, in Conquest of Elysium, and it's to try and get myself a bank, and then I don't spend it until I don't kind of dip into it until I've got an excess. Because the reason being is when you start getting the higher level magic users coming up, you can't afford them. It's really annoying. So 20 slave workers. I think I'm going to lose troops if I do this. Mind you, we have got Summon Lesser Horror. This is risky, but I'm going to go for it. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we have lost some units, I think. Yeah, we definitely lost a few. Yeah, I lost 3 spearmen. That's not a bad trade, honestly. And look, we've got a Cultist of the Deep available now, so yeah, this was a good trade, I think. Let's get this Cultist of the Deep up. So we've got Omotag. He's got Starlight and Words of the Void. Okay, let's just keep that guy there for the time being. Yeah, I'm just going to move up this way and retake some of the villages that I've lost. And we're kind of getting there towards the 100 sacrifices that we need. Now, honestly, I think I'd probably rather go for... Yeah, I think I might go for Lesser Istral and Mastery first and see if we can get the lower tier units. I've just got 8 Soulless wandered in here. Now, I don't think I can affect those with my spells. I don't think. Let's have a look at this. He's got Mind Burn, doesn't affect mindless beings. So yeah, so these guys, I'm just gonna have to leave these. I need more troops if I'm gonna do anything like that. Fire ants are also mindless, so we've actually got an insane fisherman has appeared in this little village here. Let's actually go and move these guys up this way. Let's just see what rituals Omitog has got actually. Ceremony in the Deep. Okay, so you have to be in the deep sea to get to do that one. Let's just roll the turn on. Got a scout available. They're always worth getting. Let's go and pick this guy up because he's not going to be much use on his own. Fire Ant's kind of nasty actually. They've only got 2 hit points though. They have got armor 2. Now crossbows will shred through them, but my magic is not going to do much to them. So. Yeah, I don't think this affects mindless, does it? No, it doesn't affect lifeless beings, but it does affect mindless. Soul Slay doesn't affect mindless beings. That's interesting. Does that mean that ants don't have a soul? I guess so. Kind of interesting. Okay, let's go back and take that coastal hamlet. Or do I want to move up here? Yeah, maybe I'll move up this way and start pick up some more human troops. I'll just leave Omatag here. Now, there is my second cultist, by the way. I can actually look and see what rituals he's got. Barlaboo. He's got Call of the Deep. Can only be cast in near water areas. Okay, so we can actually do this here, look. Okay, we got some deep ones. Yeah, they can attack us as well if we're not careful. Okay, this is obviously a good time for doing this stuff. Just go to astrology. Constellations are somewhat volatile, and it's hard to say if they're favourable or not. Summoning may be powerful or maybe weak. It looks like it's probably powerful. I'm guessing. We actually got a hybrid cultist here. Oh wow, that was good. Level 1 void magic. Okay. He's amphibian. Ah, so he can actually go into the water. Man, it's been such a long time since I played this faction. Okay, let's keep these guys together, because together they are strong. So, we have got a captain here too. Let's get some crossbowmen up, just so we've got some more defences here, I think. Just to be on the safe side, because with Wilder on, it can be a little bit tough. Oh, Noor says, neat, cultist my favourite class. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the start of the stream, but I've not played cultist in ages. I don't think I've actually played this one since Conquest Elysium 4, so I haven't actually seen any of the new stuff that's come in. We've got an iron mine here. What was in that? I don't remember. Let's go. I think I'm going to go back up this way, and I'm going to go and pick up some more human soldiers. And I might actually get a lesser ritual mastery of this guy. Ah, okay. Call Warriors of the Deep. This is the largest sacrifice that tries to call on the more combat-oriented dwellers in the deep. The ritual is performed in a coastal area on a clear night when the stars are right, but even then the cultist cannot be sure his sacrifice will appease the beings, as the warriors summoned are very often keen on killing people. Yeah, let's do this later, once we've got a little bit more in the way of troops. Ah, okay, we're about to lose our villages here, look. I don't like this. This is annoying. Let's go down and deal with this. And what I'll do is I'll bring these guys. I'll bring some more troops down with this dude. So let's get. Let's get this guy going down here. Can you be able to kill wolves? I reckon so. Yeah, I'm gonna go and pick these up. I'm really desperate for gold. Kill the wolves, go. Good job. Okay. You know, when I first played on Wilder, I was like, is that all? Is that all you get? And it was famous last words, I tell you, because sometimes you get really large amounts of things. Okay, I got those swans, didn't really deal too much damage. We've actually got, oops, I missed one up here too. Yeah, we get free spawn in these coastal towns. This is a really good area for me. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, let's go and pick up the ones we've lost here. Oh, there's a couple of ghouls here too. I'm gonna just go and kill those. I'm going to pick up this this farm. Oof, there's a Bakemono. Okay, lots of AI here. So I actually want to kill this colour if I can, because he's got a colour that's so similar to mine. Okay, Bakemono General, and he's got a bunch of Bakemono. They've got too many archers. One, however many archers this is, 6, 7. Yeah, they're only going to kill. They'll probably kill me. Oh, mind you, maybe not. We have these deep ones, look, with decent hit points. This hybrid soldier's got a spear as well. That's kind of interesting. we should definitely kill these. Although they do have a lot of archers. Again, you've got to be a little bit careful when you've got archers like that. That could be a bit of a problem. Ooh, contact Elder Being. Okay, we got them. What do these do? I think... Oh, these are immobile. Okay. Interesting. So these guys can't move. They're going to have to... They're going to have to stay here, I think. Yeah, stationary and immobile. These guys can't walk, so... they're just going to stay there and guard this town. That's okay. I can deal with that. Let's take out these guys and just try and kill as much as we can. And yeah, again, I want to keep a bit of a float of money. Go away! Please go away. Ah, these guys are just taking my stuff. Come on, we need to kill the archers before they do too much damage. Yeah, once you get into their lines, they don't do a lot of damage. We did lose 3 deep ones there, but that's okay. We're attacking a coastal hamlet here as well. Okay, yeah. We can't do much about that, I'm afraid. Let's take these back and see if we can... I think I'm just going to stay here. I don't think he's going to attack me here. I'd be surprised if he did. Oops. Let's press space, that's what I want to do. I'm going to kill this hero. If we're lucky, he might have a magic item on him. Now, the AI does like to dance around and kind of just retake stuff that you take. Andre is saying, I really, really enjoyed listening to eXplorminate Patreon podcasts. Hope we get more of those. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Was that the one that we did with Daz and Richard York and Drexy? I think that's the one you mean, isn't it? Okay, so we just killed that guy. He didn't have any items on him. Andre says, yes, that one. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that was really cool because that we actually recorded that about a month ago, and just because Drexy's addicted to Path of Exile and I've been doing other things, so it took ages, and Rob's always busy, so it took us ages to get that one edited, I'm afraid. And Rob decided to make that one a Patreon exclusive, which is fair enough. Oh, it wasn't intended to be a Patreon exclusive originally, I don't think. I think he just wanted to get something out, you know, for people who do subscribe, you know, so that they've got something that, you know, is, you know, kind of as a little bonus for subscribing, basically. I think that's the idea of it. I got mixed feelings about that, I'll be honest with you. Like, I understand why we do have those things, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, I'd rather just I'd rather everybody got to hear everything. So I think if we're going to do that, we just got attacked. I think if we're going to do that, we just need to make sure that there are like non-critical ones, like the one that that one that you just heard. That was with, you know, just a catch up with Daz Tactic, and you know, and introducing people to Richard, because Richard's really cool as well. I've been doing some late night streams occasionally on Twitch with Richard York, and we just play some old games. And like Richard's become a good friend, actually. I actually met up with him in real life a couple of months back. He was on holiday, and I down in the north of England, and I came down from Scotland just to go and hang out with him, and he's great. He's a really lovely guy. So he's kind of from the same neck of the woods as me as well, back in the Midlands, in the East Midlands. We were attacked in a village. I think we're going to die. Let's see what happens. Oh wow, look at this. Got a big elemental here. Oof. Yeah, I think we're dead here. No! Okay. Right, we've lost our main character, so we're now actually just reduced to Omatug, the Cultist of the Deep. That was unfortunate. I didn't see him. So this is Polites, the Warlock of Earth. I'm going to be playing at a bit of a disadvantage now. I need to get... I'm going to have to go and take these back, but I can't do it without any troops. Let's go and see if there's anything over this way before we head back to our city. Andre says, oh, it'll totally keep me subscribed. Yeah, look, I think that's the idea. I think, you know, Rob just wants to give a reward to people who are funding the podcast channel. So I think the issue is that we just did a fundraiser, you know, to raise money for the site, and we've not had any money to be able to pay writers. That's the main problem. So I think Rob was keen to kind of get some money in so that he can actually pay people, because it's really, really hard to get people who can write and who can write well. Like, we've got loads. We've always got people who are willing to, you know, to take a free game to do a review and stuff. But I think in order to try and keep the quality of the site, you know, high, we can't just take anyone. Do you know what I mean? So I think that we need to take people who are, you know, are putting out a certain quality, and I think in order to attract those kind of people, you've got to pay them. So Rob did the fundraiser because he was really, really struggling with his motivation to keep things going, and, like, you know, his job is hardcore as well. Like, he's a policeman, you know, and just being a policeman in the United States is quite a thankless job at the moment. So I think he was just really struggling with his motivation to kind of keep going, and I think that has really helped him. So yeah, we've got that, and then we've got the Patreon as well. We've got 2 Patreons, which is kind of confusing, to be honest, but having the Patreon for the website basically brings in enough, you know, the aim is to bring enough money just to pay all the monthly costs. And then the YouTube, sorry, the podcast, I think it's more like a kind of tip jar, really. So but all the money that we take goes back into the site. Like, Rob's made it, he's like, look, I make enough money for my job, my missus works as well, like, we don't need money for us. It all goes back into the site, so it all goes back into buying games and paying for stuff. So the more people who, you know, subscribe, the better, really. At the same time, you know, it's not a big money spinner. It literally, we don't make much money. I think it is just to keep the site stuff going. So, like, I'm really pleased when people tell me that they've subscribed, because I think it's really sweet that they would do that. I subscribe to some channels as well. Like, I'm subscribed to Lucid's Patreon and Lucid Tactics, and also Daz and General Confusion. I think I still do, because I like those guys, and I think that, you know, chucking them a few dollars here and there, even if it's, you know, like, I don't think $1 will even buy you a coffee in America anymore. But, you know, still, it's just helping them out. I like to see people put out content. Let's get try and keep some of these back. Probably want to take a mix of these. Yeah, something like this. This game's going to be really difficult now that I've lost my main guy, I think. But let's soldier on, because this is what Conquest of Elysium is about. Okay, we've got another Cultist of the Deep available. It's a shame that I just bought these guys, but that is the way that the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. Let's just keep going down this way now and see if I can pick up some of those villages again. Got a captain available. Andre says, I'm grateful for your content, especially the podcast. I'm also subscribed to Samstra's Patreon. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised, like, how many people listen to the podcast. We get a lot of downloads on that, and we get quite a lot of developers listening as well, and that's just really, really cool, because I think Rob and Nate built up a decent reputation early on, and I honestly feel, you know, when you've got, I don't know if you know what imposter syndrome is, but you know when you feel like, you know, you don't really deserve what you've got. I honestly feel like that a little bit. Like, I am painfully aware as well that I talk some crap when I'm on the podcast. I'm just a guy, you know, and I don't, like, I'm starting to learn game design, but I can't claim to have, you know, knowledge of, you know, like extensive knowledge of gaming. Really, I'm just a guy that wanted to help Rob out with the podcast. But it has become, I don't know, it's just become something that's really fun to do, and like, I love doing it with the guys. It's just an opportunity for us to catch up. We often talk for quite a long time before and after the podcast too. Like, I think the last time not this time around, but we did one with Daz Tactic months ago, and I think me and Daz were talking for about an hour afterwards. But so it's just an opportunity for just to, you know, to catch up and just chat about games, and maybe that's why the one with Daz and Richard worked, because I've had some good feedback about that, and I think maybe the reason why it worked so well was because it is just like, you know, kind of hanging out with your mates, you know, and just talking about games. And I think people, like, that's certainly the content that I quite like to listen to when I get a chance to listen to podcasts. Oh, I got attacked here. that's the sort of thing that I like to listen to too. You know, just hearing people just chat about games, and providing they're not talking absolute crap, you know, and just like going on about politics and stuff. Like, generally speaking, that I can deal with that. Okay, these guys are going to be tough. We've got a Templar here. Yeah, we've got two Paladin. We've got a Paladin and two Templars. These are really, really super strong units. Look, 18 hit points. They got 3 armor. These guys are going to wreck me. I think they've also got high magic resistance. Yeah. Now, Soul Slay might work on them. I think I need to kill them though. Because that Bakemono is clearing stuff out. I'm just going to move up here. Actually, let's just grab these guys while I'm at it. There we go. I should have picked the other one up from the other place as well. Oh, he's jumped on me. I think this might be game over. Yeah, we got killed. Let's just see what happened. Oh, wow, look, this is a big army. Yeah, so I was warned about playing games, you know, against enemy teams when you've only got... When you're putting it on the, you know, higher difficulty level. I think it might be a little bit much. I might just drop the difficulty back to Butler. Some podcasts are too negative when talking about games, says Andre. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think before the reboot, I think we started falling into that habit, into that trap. I think we were all a bit burned out, and, you know, none of us were really playing any 4X games that were coming out that were sort of inspiring. And Drexy said it on the podcast that I think. Yeah, F. Yeah, F's in the chat, please, guys. Yeah, Drexy said it on the podcast. He was like, this, you know, it's been a bit of a bad year for 4X games so far, because some of the games that we were looking forward to didn't really turn out to be that good. You know, I feel a bit bad saying that about Distant Worlds 2, because I don't think that Distant Worlds 2 is a bad game. It's just not ready yet. And, you know, I feel that Codeforce really made a mistake in releasing that game when they did. And it's a shame. It's really not like Eric Rutin's, and, you know, to do that. I think that was... Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking there. I believe them when they said that they didn't realise that the game had so many problems, and I think that was partly due to the size of the testing team, probably. That said, I don't know, just like, it wasn't just the bugs with that game, it was also... Let's get another 2 players in. It wasn't just the bugs with Conquest of Elysium, with Distant Worlds 2. There's also the kind of lack of content as well. Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't satisfying somehow, that game. It really wasn't satisfying. And, you know, I think they've kind of been punished by the Steam reviews, to be honest, by that. Anyway, yeah, we all kind of fell into the habit, into a little bit of a bad habit, just for a couple of episodes, where we were... I'm just going to leave this off, you random unique players, actually. I'm just going to see what weird and wonderful things we get. I think that... yeah, let's go back for the high cultists again. Yeah, we did actually get a few complaints that we were starting to become a bit too negative, and I also really, really hate that, to be honest. I think, you know, if you're going to give somebody your time, right, then you need to be entertained, even if it's not necessarily an entertainment podcast. You know, you are trusting them with an hour of your time, or, you know, 2 hours, or however long it is. So you damn well better be entertained, right? And I do regret we did have a couple of podcasts where we were like kind of down on things a little bit, and we rightly got criticised for that, I think. Let's see what we got here. Andre saying, I think maybe COVID period brought big sales to strategy games, and Matrix maybe thought that Distant World should not make longer. Yeah, maybe. I think that's quite astute. Here's the thing though, you only get one chance at a launch, and if your game isn't ready, you fucked it up, right? Pardon my French, but if you've got to get that correct. You only get one chance. I'm really, like, as a gamer, never mind as, you know, a game critic, I'm serious about that. Like, I actually did a Let's Play kind of review for... What's Invade Mind? Sorry, let me just, before I talk about Industry of Tycoon, let me just see what that is. Oh, this enslaves. You see, now we want the troll. That's actually a bit tough. Those archers, that is a really, really nasty little village. We need to get some more We need to find somewhere that's easier. Okay, so right, I was talking about this earlier, but there are two games, right, that I've played recently, or relatively recently, where they were both sort of like early access or demos, and one was Xenonauts 2, which had a demo in such a bad state that I couldn't believe that they'd even dared to release it like that. Like, you know, if when Steam does its demo fest or whatever it is, you need to be putting your best foot forward, right? Like, so the fact that you would release a game so as full of bugs as that, and game breaking bugs as well, not like little minor bugs, like game breaking, you cannot get past 30 seconds of gameplay kind of bugs. It was just unbelievable to me. I couldn't believe it. The other one was Industries of Titan, which I understand has improved a great deal now, but boy, was that game bad. It had a tutorial, right, that had this bug in it where the tutorial wouldn't progress, but it didn't tell you that it wasn't progressing, right? So you just carried on playing it, hoping like that, you know, whatever goal or milestone that you had to reach would trigger the next part of the tutorial, but it never did. So I played that goddamn game for like about 40-50 minutes. I was waiting for about half an hour of the game time, like for this, you know, for the tutorial to move on. It didn't move on, so I was like, oh, this is, you know, I don't know what's happened here, this is a bit weird. So I started it again, and exactly the same thing happened, but in a different place. And I was like, why have you sent this to eXplorminate to review? It is so broken. Like, don't send broken games to people. And do you know what, to top it off, I'm having a rant now, but stop me if I'm being negative, right? So I actually reported to the development team on Discord and say, guys, your tutorial's broken, and it's not just like a game breaking bug, it's really annoying, because I don't know whether I'm playing it right or not, or whether it's just, you know, there's no indication that this is, you know, this bug. And they're like, oh yeah, it's a bug, we already know about it. And I'm like, why have you sent this game out to reviewers with a bug like that? Like, that's not like a bug that's going to make, that's not like a bug that's going to make you, you know, like annoyed because you got a crash. That's an infuriating bug that wastes your time. And they were like so offhand about it, like, oh well, you know, it doesn't matter, it's not a high on our priority list to fix. I was like, you need to fix that bug as a priority. If you don't fix any other damn bugs in your game, you've got to fix that one. God, these people. Like, I don't know. Like, I just felt like, why are you wasting my time like this? God damn you. Yeah, I got a free game, so what? It sucked. And I've got such bad PTSD now from playing that game. And it's a shame, because I'm sure it's a great game now. I don't really like those kind of games, I'll be honest with you. I think they're okay, but yeah, I just felt like I had my time massively wasted with that one. So yeah, I'm really, really, I hate it when people like release bad stuff, and like, we can all expect a few bugs in games, right? Nobody's perfect. I mean, damn, this one had a few bugs in it when it was released. Conquest of Elysium had some stuff in it, but not bugs that kind of like forced you to wait like 40-50 minutes trying to figure out if the game was going to progress or not. It's got to be the most infuriating bug I've ever come across. Okay, right, rant over. Josh Zettiger says, I just enjoy hearing you ramble about games, positive or negative. You always have an insightful perspective. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I drive for FedEx and often listen to you as I drive around delivering boxes. Right. I have recently, because I've been a student for the last 5 years or something. Like, I was a mature student, and I made the mistake of just thinking that it was a good idea for me to go and do a computer science degree at the University of Edinburgh. And yeah, that's over now, and so I'm now working, and I'm doing two jobs. One is I'm a professional writer, and I'm just setting that up as a business. And I'm making, you know, I can make some really, really good money doing that. In fact, it's ironic. I can make more. My friend does the same job, and he's been doing it for a year or two now, and he makes mega bucks. And I'm not bragging, like, I don't make anywhere like kind of money, but this guy makes way more than I could hope to earn as a graduate computer scientist. You know, within 5-10 years. Honestly, it's like ridiculous money. So he's kind of convinced me to do this writing thing, and I'm just setting it up now. So that's one thing. But in the meantime, while I'm not making any money doing that, I've got myself a little job as a cleaner in a local place. I'm not going to give too much information away, obviously, but I got myself a cleaning job very, very close to my home, and I love it. It's so great because for a start, I got really fat during lockdown. Like, I put on loads of weight. Like, so this cleaning job's actually, I'm on my feet, you know, for a good number of hours every day. And so not only am I burning energy, it's repetitive, which suits me because I really like repetitive things. I think it's because I'm a bit autistic, so I really like cleaning, and I really like kind of, you know, doing stuff like that, you know, stuff that's repetitive, and yeah, it also allows me to listen to podcasts. So, you know, I've got a really cool boss, and he's just like, oh yeah, you can listen to music or whatever you want. So it's great. So I get to listen to music, which is one of my favorite things to do, and oh wow, look at this. This is going to be brutal. Come on, guys, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, okay, we survived. All right. We did actually manage to capture a troop there. Yeah, so I've been listening to podcasts as well. I actually get to listen to some of the eXplorminate podcasts that I've never heard. Oh, I wonder if we can capture her. Joriedny, yeah, the Mother of Monsters. I won't read this out, but yeah, she's got Biomagic level 2. She's Swamp Move, she's a monster spawner. Oof, I want to kill that quick. But I don't think I'll do it with what I got here, especially after that rough battle. We do need to scout desperately. Look at this, 9 archers here. Got a bunch of boar as well. Let's go and kill these boar. Yeah, so I've been listening to those podcasts, and now I'm starting to understand why it is that people, you know, they are disappointed if we don't put out regular podcasts, because I think if you're working and, you know, it's like, oh, it's Wednesday, you know, it's like eXplorminate podcast day, and then it doesn't, you know, it doesn't turn up, and you're just disappointed. And I totally get it now. We are making an effort to try to get the podcast done on time, more effort, you know, like a little bit more consistently. We're going to do at least 2 a month, and one extra one for the, you know, the extra for the Patreon one as well. 7 archers. Oh god, this is really a rough start again. I just got nothing near me. Look. Oh well, I wanted to make it difficult, and so I have. This is probably a bit much. How far is this pseudopod strike? We might be able to get this. Let's see if I can get this, and if not, then I'll just restart again. Okay, we got it. Let's just see what happened. Okay, we survived it, and we only lost 2 troops, and in return we got ourselves a mine, which is good. What is that? That's a boulder. So yeah, coal mine, gold income 1, iron income 1. Excellent job. I think we only got 1 iron income. I was going to sell it for money. Money is a real issue at the moment. Now we have got some dwarves here. We've got a dwarven commander and an arbalest. Yeah, we need more to take on that. Oh gosh, we've left that undefended. Look, crikey, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just hope nobody walks into it this turn, otherwise it's going to be game over. There we go. Let's get I think we should get some crossbowmen up. Can't afford them. Okay, let's go for archers instead then. Yeah, that's a bit better. We do need to leave some troops here. That was so stupid of me. We've got a scout now. An insane fisherman. Let's just leave him there. Let's just leave like a few troops here. Let's see if I might see if I can take this village. Yeah, let's go for it. Now I've actually lost my apprentice at some point, but yeah, let's just see how we go. I like these tough slow starts, got to tell you. It's been a battle in a village. Might lose some troops here. Oosh, yeah. Okay, we managed to capture one at least. We did lose 3 troops. Can't afford to lose too many, I got to tell you. So, Andre saying, I wish my job allowed me to listen to podcasts. I'm a tax auditor. But I listen to them more because I'm on parental leave, currently putting my 6 months boy to sleep. Oh, bless you. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, right, so here's a little bit of personal information on me. I've done all kinds of jobs, right? And I'm qualified to do, some pretty impressive office work, I'd say. Like I'm a competent programmer, so I could probably get myself a decent programming job if I wanted. I've done IT support. I've done sales stuff. I've done all sorts of stuff. I just hate office work now, and I realised partway through my degree that I was setting myself up for a lifetime working in an office again as a computer scientist, and I just thought I can't do that. Like I'm a creative person actually, and I writing is a good thing for me to be doing. Really, I am going to probably do some more programming. I think now I've left university and I've not got the sword of Damocles hanging over my head every year. That I think that I'm probably more inclined to do some programming. So I will be developing my own game at some point. I've got the technical skills to be able to do it now. Like at least my university did teach me maths, and like degree level maths, and it's also my uni is a really good uni as well, and they taught it like at a theoretical level, all the computer science stuff and the mathematics. And I really struggled with the maths at first, but I kind of picked it up, so that was worthwhile. I'm never ever going to get a job doing that. Gotta be honest with you. Like I don't know, I might get a job in a games company maybe if I'm really desperate, but I want to make the creative stuff work. But yeah, I really like doing physical labor. My dad was a builder. I worked in construction for years, had my own decorating company for a while, so I really like doing manual labor. I think it's good honest work, and I don't care like if it's what I'm doing now is really like minimum wage crap. I don't care. It's just I'm not even doing it for the money really. Like my partner also earns an income, so we don't really need the extra money. It's just I want to work because it's you should work. I think working is a good thing to do, even if you don't necessarily need the money. But yeah, I'm loving. It's weird. It's so weird saying this, but I absolutely love my little cleaning job. I love it. It's amazing. It's like I just get to go and do the same thing every day for like 5-6 hours or 4 or 5 hours, and I usually get out early, and I get paid to just basically listen to music, and it's like being paid to be at the gym. It's brilliant. Josh is saying, most of the time I find myself listening to your gameplay series, something I'm currently playing. Oh, that's really cool. Thank you. It's really nice. I hope that my gameplay series are interesting enough to listen to, while you're not watching them. I mean, is that a thing? I hope so. I was actually listening to Daz Tactic the other day because while I was working, it was about a month ago, he started a Shadow Empire series, and he went through the planet generation really, really slowly and thoroughly, and I wanted to hear what it is that Daz is saying about Shadow Empire, because I haven't really watched him play Shadow Empire for a long time, and he's an exceptionally good Shadow Empire player, and so I was kind of just interested to hear like what he's talking about, what his meta is, and I was scrubbing desks and floors and stuff, and it was actually very, very listenable. I didn't even need the visuals at all. So yeah, it worked really well. I thought it was interesting, kind of an interesting experience to see that you don't necessarily need to be seeing what's going on when somebody explains things in good enough detail. It also helps that I do know Shadow Empire very well myself. I'd like to take this coal mine. I just think that I'm starting to run a little bit low on troops. 4 archers is enough to really do me some damage here. That said, I might be able to grab one of them. Let's just hope this Mother of Monsters doesn't move out of that ancient temple on us. Andre's saying, your writing is very, very good. Looking forward to your games too. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I think that learning to write articles for eXplorminate has been a real learning experience, man. Sorry, that sounds like a really stupid thing to say. Of course, learning to do something is a learning experience. What I mean is, when I started doing that, I thought I could write. I was and I haven't really done much in the way of written articles before. I used to write for zines and things when I was younger, because I was kind of like a crazy lefty person. So I used to write for zines, and then I've written poetry and a little bit of creative writing, but I'd never done any games reviews or anything like that before. And Rob was like, can you write? And I was like, I think so. I think I'm a good writer. I've got a reasonable command of the English language. And it turned out that I could write. But the more I look at my older stuff now, the more skeptical I am of, the quality. Like, I think that it's all well and good being able to, you know, have a command of the English, you know, have a reasonable command of the English language, but there's also something to be said for not wasting people's time too. And even with my most recent Remnants of the Precursors let's play, sorry, review, it was too long, and so I think that you've got to be really, really careful when you're a writer, because you can, oops, sorry guys, let me just read that again. I think you can end up wasting people's time, and I think that, you know, respecting people's time is one of the most important things you can do as an artist. It's the same with games designers, right? Like, you know, this is one of the reasons why I got so annoyed with that what was it called, Industries of Titan bug, that where the developer was just like, oh, we don't really care about that. It's like, no, you've wasted my time. And I think, you know, people are going to get really, really annoyed at that kind of thing. So when I wrote that big long Remnants of the Precursors thing this time around, I realized that I'm kind of falling back into that same trap, that I'm writing a very, very overlong article, and there's a fair chance that 90% of the people who are going to look at it are going to go, it's a 1,500 word article, why am I going to read this? But I've had some good feedback, and so it's nice that people have actually read it. I do really, really appreciate it. I need to get myself a front line of troops here, because I've now run out of them. So let's get some swordsmen up. These guys have actually got a fair chance of surviving being hit by archers. We've also got a captain available. That might be useful. I think I'm going to pay for him. Let's get him up too, so he can at least ferry troops. Okay, and now we've got a few more troops to go and actually start taking some of these villages out. One thing I'll say about playing this on Wilder is that, yeah, you get the AI is also going to be as tied up as you are. Oops. Let's just get Civitos there, just staying where he is. It's been a battle in a coastal hamlet. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. We got sniped out by an arrow there. One of our coastal mutant things. We did manage to trade for an archer though, although he is wounded. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's a festering wound. No, he might die, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so coastal hamlets are good because we're going to start getting these free spawn units in here too. I think I'm actually going to go and get some more troops. Let's go and get another line of swordsmen and see what we can. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, we're still going to be like moving around with a relatively small amount of troops. Like 9 archers is too much. This is nasty. Let's take a look at our rituals and see what we've got. Call Army of the Deep. Oof. Okay, we've not quite got enough for that. We'll have enough next turn. I think what I'll do is I'll wait until next turn. I've also got the Ritual of Mastery. I'm actually going to go for the lesser. Okay, Call of the Deep. This is what I was after. Yeah, let's get this instead. So I'll wait till next turn. Let's just put that guy on sentry. Okay, we've got a Cultist of the Deep available, but unfortunately I can't afford him. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for this Call of the Deep. See if we can get some. Hopefully we won't be unlucky. Yeah, we've been lucky so far. Awesome. Okay, we've got a bunch of Atlanteans. We've got some Shamblers and then some smaller sized deep ones as well. They've got poison resistance. Okay, I didn't know that. 2 claw attacks, 18 hit points, 1 armor. Yeah, these guys are decent. Okay. This should make things a little bit easier for us to expand now. I think I can probably safely take on these dwarves. So let's go and head that direction. Ah, we've got a magic library here too. There's a Magus with a firebrand. Ooh. I'd like that, please. This is no joke though, so that's not going to be something I can take immediately. Battle in the coal mine. Okay, let's see what happens. That Arbalest, by the way, is strong. Oh, mind you, we managed to survive it. With a little bit of luck, you won't get to fire a 3rd time. Yeah, we got him. Great stuff. Okay, so yeah, we didn't even lose any troops there. That's really, really good. We've got another one here, look. 2 Arbalists this time. And we've got Dwarves and Dwarven Warriors. Dwarf Warriors are strong. Armor 2 and a hit point 7, and they hit like a truck as well. They're really, really good. I actually want to play the Dvalar again. It's been a while since I played the Dwarves, and like I make a sort of comedy show of absolutely hating them. But they, they are really, really cool. They're a really, really cool faction. Contact Elder Being? Okay, we need a few more sacrifices for that. Let's wait till next turn. I think I'm going to wait here, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to move in on those dwarves. That gold stream is going to give us a nice little income. There's a Cultist of the Deep available as well. Let's get that guy. Great stuff. Okay. I'm playing a little bit more carefully now. I feel like we've got a little bit more of a sort of steady game as well. It was kind of rough at the start, those other games. I also did some stupid stuff, I will admit. Okay, let's get this Contact Elder Being up. I don't think that one can move, can it? Yeah, this is another... Okay, this is a good place to do this because, I'd probably cast that again once we got into the gold stream. I think we can do this. I think we're going to lose a few troops, but I think we're going to do this. I reckon that getting an extra... What is that? 5? No, 4. An extra 4 gold per turn is probably worth the losses that we're going to get here. And we've also got Sagtor. Let's just see what his rituals are. He's got Ceremony in the Deep. Okay. So he could potentially sit at home and just summon stuff. Got to be a little bit careful not to lose our only town, though. I'm going to put him on Sentry for the time being. Okay, let's have a look at what happened in this battle in the Gold Stream. Just speed up just a little bit. Oh, yeah, look at this. We're tearing through these Dwarf Warriors. Yeah, Shamblers for the win. Awesome. Okay. So, here's what I think about the High Cultist, by the way. For those who are interested in my silly opinion. I think the High Cultist is a really, 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 really strong character. These spells that he's got are just ridiculous. They're not good against everything, but the stuff that it is good against, which is most stuff, yeah, he's really, really strong. Really, really strong. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to do a Call Ancient one on that one or two. Hopefully it doesn't attack us and kill us all. Now, it is Elder Being, sorry, there we are. So we need 30 sacrifices for that. Ooh, look what we found. Okay, this is not good. Must have lost my scout at some point. Oh no, look at this. Oh, this is going to hurt. Okay, yeah, game over. It's not game over because we've got another character. I don't think we're going to defeat these things. Oh, we might do. Okay, we got him. I did lose my main character, but that's okay. We do have a replacement in the form of Sagtor here. I don't remember if you can rename them or not. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know if you can do it in this screen, though. Call him Son of Benjamin 3. Okay. Let's see what we can do. So yeah, we don't have many troops left. That's a bit of a problem. Okay. Contact Elder Being. Yeah, that's not going to be much use to us at the moment. Let's get ourselves some swordsmen up. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to have to wait a few turns, and then we're going to get some archers too. And then we're going to try and get back on with this. Oh, what have we got here? I didn't see what was there. It's probably bandits, but it could be, void horrors. Look at this. Like, this looked like a really good area for us to take. Yeah, there's quite a lot of archers there. I'm just going to wait here and see what happens. You might find that they move on to our... Oh yeah, we were attacked, look. Oh, it's ghosts. Oh, this should be okay. Come on, you can do it. Okay, we are losing troops, but... Oh, we lost the cultist. No. Oh, good lord. Okay, well, let's just hit end turn a little bit. Now, you see, the golden rule of doing Let's Plays is to actually be good at the game that you're playing. I don't think I'm really succeeding there. I do actually consider myself to be quite good at this, but I think that other people might, on watching my display, might disagree. We'll have to save some money up and see if we can get another cultist up. We're not going to be collecting any sacrifices either, which is a real shame. Okay, we got another cultist to the deep. Excellent. Let's get that guy. Pulu. Got contact Elder Being, and yeah, let's get him. Let's get him leading this force here, and we'll have Civitas go back. Okay, we've got a bear. Words of the Void, which is stun. And look, yeah, this is not the best thing that we got going, so we've got to play really, 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 really carefully now, I think. At least we are getting sacrifices. Thank goodness for small mercies. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing that lesser ritual of mastery until we get the lesser summoning spell. Got some wolves here. Yeah, we're gonna go and pick up that. I do love how fast this game is to play. You will end up chewing through a lot of turns during the course of a normal game, but fortunately it is really, really fast and easy to play. I'm going to get some crossbowmen here. Yeah, I've got some ideas for games to develop. A few months ago, well, it's probably about a month ago now, I actually prototyped a board game, and it was a game that I've not really seen anyone else do before. Maybe it exists. I've got to be honest with you, I don't really play a lot of board games myself because I don't have many people around me to play games with. My missus will dutifully play the odd game with me from time to time, but yeah, I kind of made a game that kind of played itself. It sounds a bit strange, but basically you have two players and you pick your starting forces, and they start at each opposing side of the map. It's like a hex map, and then they have an algorithm, so each unit like behaves in a certain way depending on what it encounters in the map. So if you encounter an obstacle, it will go around it. And yeah, so you set the position of the starting units, and then they just go and they move. It's like playing a computer game, except you're having to move all the pieces. And I was playing around with that, and that was actually quite good fun. I ended up making some kind of cool stuff with that. That is something that I could code up in an afternoon, with a simple game engine. So yeah, I mean, it's yeah, video games is something that I definitely want to turn my hand at. One thing I will say about what I will give myself credit for is that I do have quite a lot of different skills. Like I can do music. I'm an artist. I'm not a very good artist, but it's one of those things that if I practice, I can get quite good at. Yeah, I can make my own sound effects because I do sound engineering. I do all sorts of stuff. I can do their own writing. So I've got the capability to basically be an indie developer who doesn't need to pay anybody to do anything else. And whether that would be a good game or not, I don't know. It would also be taking on a lot of work yourself, because art assets particularly very, very time consuming and generally expensive, but I don't have to pay anyone. Andre saying currently playing Gladius, quite fast too. Yeah, Gladius is excellent. We were all talking about Zephon, the game that's coming from Proxy next. Is it Proxy? Yeah, Proxy Studios. I'm really, really excited about that one. I think that the game sounds different enough from Gladius that it's going to play very, very differently, actually. But if you look at the if you look at the screenshots on Steam at the moment, it looks superficially similar to Gladius, actually. Ah, we have a barbarian. Yeah, okay, we've got a mounted chief here. This guy might jump in on us because we're weak. So we'll see what happens. Okay, let's bring this guy back. Actually, he's just going to pick up these troops. Yeah, we're starting to get enough money now that we can actually afford a decent amount of troops at our home base. So I think we're secure for the time being. I do think that we probably need to stop being a little so reckless with expansion now. I think I probably need to sit on my laurels a little bit. Rest on my laurels, sorry. Okay, we just overrun those. Get these guys back here. Yeah, we've still got this gold stream. This gold stream is really what's keeping us alive at the moment. What I want to do now is I need to upgrade this guy to the next level of mastery. So it's probably going to be about 80. Oh, it's 90, is it? So next turn I can cast the withdrawal of mastery and get him up to the next level. Yeah, that's too much in there. We can't deal with that. But at 18 gold a turn, we should be able to quickly start getting up some troops. Okay, this guy's got a reasonable little force now. We can probably... I reckon we can probably take this force down here. I'm going to lose some troops, but I think I want the... Those archers are going to pay us a terrible toll. Or take a terrible toll, I should say. Yeah, we lost 6 troops. That's quite a lot. But most of them have... Yeah, I mean, half of them were free troops, so I don't really mind about that. We've got... this would be good to take. Bloodstone ring plus 10 hit points. That'd be nice. He's an alchemist. Alchemists are reasonable magic casters, if I remember right. Who is it who gets the alchemist? I think it's the Baron, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Andre saying, yes, Zephon looks great. I like it more aesthetically than Gladius because I'm not crazy about the Warhammer 40k world. Yeah, that's the problem. I think if you do, you know, with Gladius, if you don't like Warhammer 40k much, then there's obviously going to be a bit off-putting. I like 40k. I don't like 40k as much as I like fantasy. I grew up with Warhammer. I'm from Derby, and that's like, you know, 15 miles away from Games Workshop headquarters. So everybody in my area plays Warhammer stuff. Like, it's just something that everyone did. I say everybody, like, it's ridiculously expensive now, but Games Workshop has always been an expensive hobby. Like, even when I was a kid, it was relatively expensive. Although I remember when you used to be able to buy a whole box of plastic models for like £5, and you used to get like 200 models or something crazy. Or was it 500? I can't remember how many now. It was some ridiculous amount. I remember buying a box set with a bunch of like Skaven and Dark Elves and Dwarves and all these different troops in. I think it might have been 100 models. You just got a unit of each, basically. I've been ambushed again. These ambushes are really deadly now in this game. Yeah, I almost lost my commander there. Got to be really, really careful of these ambushes, especially with this wilder setting. Right, let's cast the Ritual of Mastery. Okay, we can get contact old ones as well now. Gonna kill these snakes, and then we're gonna head back up to our home port. It's gonna kill this bear. Just take that thing out. Yeah, Zephon. Zephon does look great. It was actually the other night was the first time that I listened to the podcast that Rob and Drexy did with the developers, and I've got to say, I feel quite excited about it. I've got to be honest with you. I'm trying not to get too excited about games because oops, didn't mean to do that. I've been stung. I kind of got stung with Distant Worlds 2 a little bit. I don't normally allow myself to look forward to stuff. I don't know. I used to be well into my Buddhism, and it's kind of a knock-on thing from that. Like I've learned not to don't look forward to stuff so much to the point where you're disappointed. You just, oh, what's the point? There's plenty of things going on in your life that you don't need to kind of like look forward to things. At least that's my attitude. Maybe that's stupid, but Okay, let's go and take these levies out, and then I'm going to go back and take these soulless. I might die here because I've been ambushed yet again. Yeah, slingers are worse than they look. I'm sorry. Yeah, they perform a lot worse than they look on paper. Oh, thankfully we actually got these guys into melee range before they were able to kill my commander. I think I'm going to survive this. Yeah, there we are. Look. Okay, let's get these guys back up. Oh, I've ambushed again. It's this. This thing is pumping out brigands like they're going out of fashion. Yeah, that's a few too many dwarves, I think. I like to get these villagers though with the sacrifices. Look. Yeah, that's a bit too much for me at the moment. Yeah, sorry, I wanted to talk about Zephon, and then I started rambling about not getting too excited about games. So, I think with the addition of proper 4x mechanics, it's really going to show whether the combat system and the base mechanics that Proxy made with Pandora and Gladius is whether it's robust enough for a proper 4x game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they can pull off there. I really hope that they can do it, because it does look like a fantastic game. Do I want to spend 100? Oh no, I don't think I do. Mind you, they are quite useful. Right, I don't think the assassin can take... Oh yeah, he can. Alright, here's the commander. Okay. Let's bring him out. Oh, he's ambushed again, look. Okay, let's get more troops in. This should help. Josh says, lately I've been playing a lot of chess content. Oh, sorry. Lately I've been watching a lot of chess content. I don't even play that game. Super interesting to watch the strategy. Hey man, learn to play chess. It's it will put several points on your IQ level, I tell you. I was fortunate that my parents when I was 8 years old, I think, or 10. I can't remember which birthday it was, but I got a chess set and a book on how to play for my birthday. A very, what looks now like a basic sort of chess set, and I've still got the original box that they bought me. And wow, that was a long time ago, back in the 80s. So if I can't remember whether it was 8 or 10. I'll have to look in the book, but it will probably be I'll probably have it'll be written down when it was bought. But so that would have been either 1987 if I was 8, or 1989 if I was 10 years old. Well, anyway, I learned to play chess early. I'm not particularly good. I'm like competent beginner. Andre saying, I play chess, it's my main hobby. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had the patience for chess. There's no reason why I couldn't get back into it. I think the thing with chess is you get to the point where you know the basic moves, you know some of the openings, and you know some of the ending, the end game positions. At that point, you've got to put work in, because you need to learn how. Mr. Carton saying some soulless stole your gold stream. Yes, they did, and I've got to pick it up. Thank you very much. I'm going to go and get that now. Well spotted. I did intend to do that, and I just started talking. Andre saying, regarding chess, it takes a lot of time to train calculation and drill openings. Yeah, I think you're right. Chess is one of those games where, like, I'm actually kind of lazy, so you have to put a lot of effort into being good at chess. I think you can go so far being on intellect, but then anybody who's got even a little bit of training, will defeat you. Like, even if you're really smart, you've got to know the game. And to know that you like, I basically got to the point of the game where I was having to start to watch, you know, grandmasters play, and then I just felt intimidated by. Yeah, I found the game quite intimidating at that point, if I'm being honest with you, because it's like you've got to start thinking about moves several, you know, like multiple moves ahead. And I'm not stupid, but at the same time, I just couldn't really. It just felt too much like work at that point. But it is, you know, it's a sport. It's a bona fide sport, and you don't get good at any sport unless you put work in. The only thing that I ever did to that level, you know, to, like worked really, really hard at was juggling. I am a good juggler if I'm going to give myself credit for anything, but I'm now too lazy to do professional juggling. Right, let's go and take this gold stream back because I need my income. Let's battle in the hills. Come on, die, 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 die. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Andre saying it takes a lot of time to train calculation and drill openings, and it's tough because you can't do it when tired, which I often am. And then Josh is saying those grandmasters are just so good; it's incredible to watch. And Andre saying yes, I see it as a sport, not exactly as a hobby. Yeah, it's. You know what? It's funny now you're talking about it. I kind of want to play chess again. You've piqued my interest. I've got to be a bit careful taking on too many things though. But yeah, chess is an amazing game. I think, you know, like, look, chess is one of those games that you're going to get quite a lot of respect, I suppose, if you're really good at it. Like, nobody's going to care if you're good at Shadow Empire or, you know, Dominions or something. Or maybe, you know, maybe on the scene, people will be impressed if you're a good Dominions player. But if you're good at chess, you know, now that's quite... Not that I care. Not that I think that you should, you know, judge yourself by whether you get respect or not. That's not really what I'm trying to get at. I think it's more that it's a very respectable sport. It's a, you know, if you have to be really, really dedicated to be good at chess, and in order to be, you know, I'm just speculating here, but in order to be a grandmaster level, you've not only got to work really, really hard. You've also got to be really, really intelligent as well. You know, the computational difficulty of holding images in your, you know, visualize board positions in your head and then calculate moves, you know 5-6 moves ahead. That's not easy to do. It's definitely not a very easy thing for a computer to do. Human beings are much better at it. But yeah, you've got, yeah, yeah, Andre, you're right. Andre's saying to be a GM, you have to be you have to dedicate fully to it. Yeah, absolutely. Like anything. Like I was a professional juggler, and I learned to juggle 3 balls in about half an hour, right? Maybe a couple of hours. To juggle 4 balls took me, you know, a couple of days of practice. To juggle 5 balls took me like 2 years straight, pretty much, and I'm still not very good at it. So the more objects you're juggling, the more difficult it becomes. Now, once you start getting to that point where you can juggle 5 balls, you can start juggling kind of anything, really, like, because your reflexes and muscle memory training starts becoming really, really fast. And that was something that I started getting quite good at, and I was quite proud of myself for, especially because I learned it quickly. However, I think that mental stuff is a different kettle of fish. It requires really, really... I mean, to train muscle memory to be able to juggle 5 balls takes years, right? But I think to be able to train your brain to be able to think in chess patterns, that's some skill. I've got real respect for people who can do that. I've got real respect for people who can do that kind of thing. Okay, let's try to take these deer out. I feel a little bit safer kind of travelling around with these kind of crappy troops than I do with my... Hold on. Yeah, with my High Cultist. Oh, we've got Invade Mind. Okay, let's get that in there. I think I'd rather have Word of the Void as well, actually, than Reading the Stars. I've got a lot of sacrifices. Let's get those sacrifices spent. Okay, So... Oh, we can also do Contact Elderbeam, which I'm going to do here. There we go. Alright. So let's get another Ritual of Mastery out. We got the Ceremony in the Deep, the Greater Ceremony in the Deep. We just got Astrology as well. I think we can probably take these guys out now. And we'll grab this coal mine here. Okay, we've got another force. Alright, I kind of feel like we've got to the point now where I'm a little bit more comfortable sort of going out and exploring a little bit. I think next turn I'm going to get some more troops up there in that port. Oh wow, look at that, we just assassinated one of the characters at the back. Yeah, the wolves are pretty strong though, look. They're really hard to kill. Oh, we got ambushed again. I think we've lost that. Yeah. Oh no, Brigand Lair's still there. There must be something else that's pumping out brigands. I don't know if that's just the map itself. Okay. Alright, we've got all the lesser rituals now, I think. Okay, there we go. So we've got a little bit of a defensive thing now. We've got this Star Oak here. Astrology level 1. 42 hit points. Got some armor as well. It's also ethereal. Yeah, this thing's pretty strong actually. It's a nice little guardian for your mines and, you know, important buildings like that. Let's see what we've got around here. Let's go and take that. Battle in the coal mine. Oh, look at that. Those guys just wiped out. Like, to kill 2 insane fishermen with one blow. And we got ambushed here. Oh no, I think we're gonna lose our commander. Okay. Alright, so we got attacked by ghosts. We should probably go and pick those guys up. Just gonna make sure we got some more troops guarding this now. One captain and 13 crossbowmen, that's a bit much. And here we got a black sword. Oh look, a magus, black sorceress, magic acorns, that's a good item. Wonder Fear is a really good item as well. And then we've got an alchemist. Yeah, we'll keep away from the magic library for a bit, I think. I think I'm going to go for this one here. Okay, I feel like I've got a reasonable base now to kind of build this game from. Battle in a village. Oh, the assassin didn't manage to kill anything there. Oh, and our front line's gone too. Okay, those guys need to head back now and actually get a front line in, I think. So let's do that. Now Pulu is just going to go and pick these troops up here. And then we're going to start summoning in some more troops. Those Atlanteans did really, really nicely. Oops. Let's go and see if we can just pick this up. Oh, not again. Yeah, I think there must be something that's summoning in ghosts around here. Yeah, we've lost the Brigand Lair as well. Okay, it's brigands again. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, I managed to survive though. Awesome. Okay. We lost the hybrid fisherman. I'm not bothered about that. Let's get... do I want to do this? Yes, I think I do. Let's just get one of those up, and that's just hopefully going to stop those endlessly losing this hamlet here. Okay, move these guys back towards the starting coastal town. Keep away from those giant centipedes, I think. Let's get some swordsmen out too. That's still the only recruitment building we've got. Look at this. She's just pumping out monsters. I've left this too late, really. I think what we're gonna have to do is get that late in the game. She might actually start moving out as well, which could be quite scary. I think I'm gonna get Patago and Pulu here. There we are. Get some more archers here. I might have to take a short break for about 5 minutes in a minute because I really want a cup of tea. If I'm going to carry on playing this, I'm starting to get a bit of a sore throat. Let's go and kill these soulless. Yeah, that should do. Actually, let's actually get in some of these warriors of the deep or something along these lines. So we've got some shamblers and some of the deep ones as well. I think I might stay here for a few turns and just pick up these, you know, pick up some troops. The stars are not right. Controlling anything that is summoned will be slightly more difficult than usual. Stars are in a good position for power. Summonings will be powerful now. Okay, I think I'm going to risk it. Oh no. Okay, we failed. We're going to have to fight them, but I think we'll be okay. And we get experience as well for fighting them. Okay. It's a waste of sacrifices. You don't really want to do that too often. Oh no, we lost those two. It must still be bad timings. If we're lucky, we might just summon... Oh, we got it anyway. Okay, that's good. Alright, so that wasn't a complete waste of time. Let's go and kill these soulless. I'm going to leave... Oh, we got a cultist of the deep as well. Got some crossbowmen too. What's Kossuth got on him? Starlight and Paralyze. Okay. That'll also give you the lesser ritual of mastery. Okay, that was risky, by the way. I did that a little bit too quick. If that had have gone bad on me, things could have been really nasty. That might have been game over. Do not do that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to lose anything here. The soulless are pretty bad. Okay, we've got a scout here as well. I'm going to pick that up. I might buy a ship now while we've got the opportunity too. Whites are pretty bad. When I say bad, I mean strong. Can't charm them. We might be able to just blast through them though. It might be good to get this graveyard. It's not going to give us anything necessarily, but at least it'll stop these soulless spawning out. We're actually amphibians, aren't we? Forgot about that. Okay. By the way, you can, I don't know if you know, but you can automate this. So you can actually go on to repeat ritual. And it'll do it automatically every turn without the without that orchestral 5 sound effect. Orchestral hit 5. Okay, let's see what happened here. Oh, wow, look, we've got a wraith. Oh, this is going to be hard to beat. Oh, now we managed to get this guy to run. He's confused, actually. Can we kill the wraith, though? Yes, was the answer. We found a robe of shadows as well. Let's have a look at this. Okay, that gives him ethereal and floating. I'm actually going to give that to my to this guy here. I like the idea of the assassin having it. That's very thematic. I think I'd rather give it to the High Cultist, actually. This is going to make it so that he's a lot more difficult to kind of snipe out with by being surprised. Ah, excellent. Okay, Do not underestimate him. Let's send this guy out this way. Oh no, why are you slow? Is one of them slow? No? Okay. Not quite sure why that was. Let's get some more archers up here. Okay, we're kind of running out of sacrifices now. Alright folks, I'm actually going to go very, very quickly and just make myself a quick cup of tea. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Let me just put up my really impressive please wait screen. I won't be a moment. Hello, hello. Sorry about that, guys. I just realised that I really needed a cup of tea. So yeah, let's carry on. Pulu and Kosuth. So this guy, let's just start leveling him up as well, just in case we do end up losing Pulu in some freak accident. Undine, what does this one do? Undine is, yeah, okay, she's a Hydromancer. We don't want to go in that way. Gonna kill these soulless. Oh, we were ambushed again. Good lord. Is this guy not a scout? No, he's not. Okay. Yeah, we don't have a scout. I need to get a scout up. That's part of the problem. You're ambushed in a forest? Okay, what were you ambushed by? Oh no, he's going to die. Ah, oh, he did. Damn it. These ambushes are so dangerous now. Really brutal. And there's a battle in the Shower Sea. Okay. Okay. Let's just activate this guy. Oh, did the assassin die as well? Okay. Okay, we're going to have to go and get this. I'm glad. This is why I started leveling this dude up. Okay, we looked out there. We managed to get a hybrid cultist as well, which is good stuff. This guy can also, he's got his own rituals. Let's take Kosuth out. Oh, you don't have to leave anything at home now. Whoops. There we are. It was trying to take the ship with it as well. Okay, let's get this guy going over this direction. We'll see if we can investigate what's on these islands. And I'll get Nihargon here just to stay where he is. Okay. Just going to pick up these troops. So at least I got an army of some sort, although it was a real shame to lose that captain again. Nihargon here. Let's go for the lesser ritual of mastery. And we'll just wait till next turn. One thing you'll have noticed if you're a regular Conquest of Elysium fan is, yeah, in none of the 3 or 4 games that I've played yet have you seen the AI be defeated. That's because we've got them on teams. They just don't get defeated so easily. Whoops. The wrong button. Okay, we need 25 to do that one. Tatsu. Yeah, I don't want to go near that thing. Hopefully it avoids us. Yeah, he went the other way, look. So... okay, we don't want to go too far this way because we'll end up falling off the edge of the world. Okay, we've exhausted all the lesser rituals of mastery now with that guy. Josh Zettigeren says, every time I boot up COE, I find myself thinking I should just be playing Dominions. I know they're different games, but not sure what my struggle is. They are different games, yeah. This is just, like, you don't have to think about this game as much. I mean, you can do, but that's what I think anyway. I think this is a light-hearted game that is only as serious as you make it. And that's probably a good way of putting it. I mean, like, you can try and play it as a serious war game if you want. I think Dominions is much better in that respect. If you're looking for a game that is, you know, really cerebral, then Dominions is the game. I think this game is also cerebral, but it's just more fun. Like, you can, you know, you can really try and I think, like, if you want to play it on a really high difficulty setting, then yeah, you do need to min-max this game. Like, there's a guy who plays this called Jackalaw. I don't know if you've heard of Jackalaw, but he's kind of like quite big in the Dominions and Conquest of Elysium community. And he told me, he's like, if you start playing on anything higher than Baron, I think he said that he feels that you really have to start using some quite cheesy strategies in order to be able to win. You know, like leaving lots of troops in every single village that you conquer and that kind of stuff. I can't really comment on that because I don't really play on that high difficulty setting. What I think is good about this game, though, in the same way as Dominions, is it will throw up novel situations all the time. And novelty is really, really important in this game. Oh, it is, you know, in gaming, I think. No! How dare you rebel against us? Stupid Atlanteans. Yeah, they're not going to last long. Let's just get that guy waiting there. And we're going to... Oh, I kind of need to kill this damn thing. It's got an amulet of cold resistance. That's pretty cool. But it is strong. That said, is it strong enough to get through all these archers? Don't think so. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. I think we can kill this thing. Come on, yeah, okay. Now it's breathed poison all over us, so that's not good. Although these guys are poison resistant. There we go. So we actually lost 7 troops. They were just like crappy chaff though. Oh, we did lose a scout. That's unfortunate. However, we did find the amulet of cold resistance, so that's good. That was a worthy trade, I'd say. Okay, let's head back this direction. Having water amphibious units, by the way, is really, really special in this game. It's really, really special. Yeah, we should probably start making use of these ships as well. These are kind of like a pirate faction. Alright. You see, like, this is what I'm talking about, the difference between Conquest of Elysium and Dominions, by the way. Like, in Dominions, I'd probably sit here every turn and go, right, I want to move here, then I want to do this. I need to plot when I'm going to have my spells ready. You know, like, this spell needs to come out at a certain time. Like, if I've not got this territory here by this point, then I'm probably losing. You know, that kind of thing. I don't do that with Conquest of Elysium. Conquest of Elysium, I just move stuff around. Like, that's a real simplification. I do think about it more than that, but for the most part, because it's so randomized, you're making do with what you've got for the most part. So the real nuance in the game starts coming, like, you know, in the mid game, really. You kind of just, you know, there is something to be said for a game where there's loads of detail, but you don't have to engage with it all, you know? That's quite a hard, that's kind of a weird game design principle, I'd say. You know, because, I mean, there's one school of thought which kind of says, you know, if you're not going to use something, why is it in there? And then there's another sort of principle, well, there's another kind of school of thought which is a bit like, throw loads of stuff in there even if you don't use it because players will find it interesting. You know, it might not be a very elegant game design, but then you're going to have lots of fun stuff to do. I think finding a balance between those two things is very, very difficult. Conquest of Elysium is one of those rare games that really gets that right. Like, you know, this game is, there's always something to do. It's always fun as well. But it's not necessarily, you know, you don't have to necessarily min-max it in order to be able to be good at the game. And I think that's to its benefit, honestly. Can we do that? Yeah, probably. I do like these Atlantean princes that you can get. I just love the idea of an assassin assassinating a wolf at the start of the battle. Totally ridiculous. Okay, we've actually got these guys moving as a pair now. I don't really want that, so... Ah, okay, look. We've actually come across red team's territory here. Oh, we've ambushed again. Yeah, this area is really, really dangerous. Fortunately, these guys are not strong enough to take on what I've got here, so these are actually a good... This is actually a nice little army for being able to kind of clear this area out, I'd say. Okay, we're going to sneak around with this small group here and just see if we can take some stuff off the red player. Let's get up some more crossbowmen. I'm going to start building a force up here. 1 captain, 13 crossbows. That's a lot of crossbows. But I think now's the time to take that kind of stuff out. Battle in a coal mine. Okay, we're going to take a lot of casualties here, I think. Oh, we took a lot less casualties than I thought. We didn't lose anything. How fantastic. Okay, there's a battle in the forest as well. I don't think we're going to lose anything here. It's just a bunch of snakes. And these guys are poison resistant, so... yeah. That was nothing. Oh, we actually lost... It's funny, isn't it? Look. 12 snakes actually managed to do more damage than, like, 13 crossbowmen. This just goes to show you the power of randomization in these games. Oh, we got a knight here. Oh, he's really strong. Run away. Just going to carry on getting base troops out here. 1 captain, 9 Zweihanders. Yeah, these guys are in a good position to take those out, I think. Okay, we're ambushed again. Okay, those guys need to start heading back towards towards a home base now to start picking up some more troops, I'd say. They're not going to manage that on their own, I don't think. Yeah, let's, I'm just going to leave this guy on the sentry. Got a blister here. I might actually take this just so that I can get another spawning point. I say spawning point, I mean a recruitment vehicle. A recruitment place. A recruitment vehicle. I can tell I'm getting tired now because I'm starting to talk rubbish. I mean, I talk rubbish at the best of times, but this is like just randomised gibberish rather than my usual pseudo-intellectual waffle. Just noticed that we've got a robe of shadows on an arch here. I should probably switch that to my other commander. Look at that, he's frozen that ballista. That's a really good job. Come on, guys, you can do it. This is, yeah, we're going to get a lot of casualties here. At least till these shamblers get through the doors. Yeah, they take a drastically reduced chances of chances to hit, by the way, when you're firing over these battlements. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, we lost a few troops there, but that was worth it. We were ambushed in a farm here again. Come on, guys. Okay, good job. Didn't lose anyone. Oh yeah, we did. We lost 1 deep one. Okay, so I think here we need to start recruiting some more troops. We'll get a scout. That's helpful. We'll get some swordsmen as well, so we've got something more on the front line. Just leave some of these guys here too. And where are we going to move you? I think what I need to do is go for the ritual mastery. What's that thing we've just got? Elder Thing. Mind Blast. Life Drain. Oh, this can move, but it's slow. Alright, that's interesting. Let's just leave it there. I don't want to be taking any slow units with me. Which does mean that we can probably take a few more troops with us. I'm going to leave that thing there. Let's get this guy back up towards our home base, and I'm going to start pumping out some more troops there too. Okay, we've got a barbarian force here. We've got to be a bit careful here. They'll kill what we've got here. 2, 3. Yeah, they can probably come and get us now. I'm going to try and move away from them if I can. There's the barbarians' camp. 1, 2, 3. They can't get us here. Oh, look at this. You have left your iron mines undefended, sir. I shall help myself to them. Let's just get a bunch of archers while I've got the money. One of the nice things about this game is you don't have to worry about upkeep for troops. Unlike in Dominions. So you can have really, really, really big armies. Okay, we've got a crater here. I can't remember how you get close to these. How you catch up. Center, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we need to take this now. I think it's about time we thought about taking this. Let's see if I can get hold of that. Ah, there's a cultist of the deep. Great job. Get a ritual mastery on him straight away and we'll turn into a high cultist. There we are. So we've actually got a couple of high cultists now to play with. I have a feeling, by the way, that Dominions 6 is in development. I don't know why. I've just got a feeling. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't develop it so early. Because I really don't feel like I've played Dominions 5 all that much. Even though I've got 1,000 hours in it. But I have a yeah, I just got a feeling. Something tells me that they're working on that one now. Okay, let's get this guy. He can do Core Warriors of the Deep. I might just put him on repeat ritual. No, I don't think I'm making 20 for. Oh, yeah, I'm making 20 a turn, so there'll be a few turns for him to be able to pump this ritual out. I thought I'd done this, but... Okay, we got another commander there. Umamu. Or Urnamu. Urnamu. Yeah, let's get this... But Donar is probably the more experienced of the two, isn't he? So... Maybe I'll just go out and explore with this one. I'm going to keep him sentryed there. Josh Zetagren says, looking forward to the major update for Shadow Empire. That has to be coming soon as well. Yeah, it is. Back in April, March or April, I sent a bug report to Vic, developer, Vic Rakers, the developer of Shadow Empire, and I kind of just said, hey, I'm really enjoying Shadow Empire. I love the new changes, particularly the AI changes. I think, and he'd made a change as well that fixed the resolution DPI scaling so that it wasn't slow anymore, which is a big thing for me. I was like a really big change. That was something that was bugging the hell out of me. And he fixed it, and I was like, thank you for doing that, because that, I know it seems like a small thing, but that really has made me want to play this game, where I was kind of getting a bit pissed off with it because I was having to play it on a low resolution and it just looked bad, and it was kind of like I was having to squint. And he was like, oh yeah, oh thanks, and then he was like, oh yeah, I'm still the new update is a little bit delayed, but it is still coming. You know, I'm working on it now. So he was actually he was doing bug fixes and some preliminary changes that you needed to make to the game in order to make the Oceans patch work. So that was the last information that I had from the horse's mouth. But I think he's actually talked about things in more detail on his blog since then. So I don't have any privileged information, I'm afraid, for you. But yeah, my understanding is that it's going to be soon. I'd be surprised if it wasn't this year. Has Kosuth got... Oh, he's got Soul Slay. He's got Invade Mind, look. See if we can go and take that guy. If I can invade the mind of that troll, I'll be very happy indeed. Can we get it? Should have a few opportunities to at least try it. There we go, look. Yeah, awesome. We are now the proud owners of one big ugly troll. Let's get a scout. Oh, I'll get some more archers here. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Okay, we're not strong enough to get in there. Or there. Let's see if we can just work our way to the south of that and figure out what's going on. Ooh, an enchanted forest. Phantasm. Okay, that looks nasty. I don't think that these things will be affected by our spells. No, they're mindless looking. They're pretty scary. Let's just keep the hell away from that. What I'm going to do though is I am going to put an elder being here. Oh no, we haven't got enough sacrifices. Okay, that's because we're constantly pumping out these troops here. Look, if you just go and have a look at what this guy's got here. Oh, he stopped casting it. You're slacking off from your duties. Slightly more difficult, yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, it's a bad time to summon anything, so let's just start exploring a little bit more. Josh Setgren says, I think Shadow Empire is my favourite game ever. It's so freaking good. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, mate. I don't know if it's my favourite game ever, but it's up there. It's one of my favourite games, definitely. And every now and again you'll hear me saying that it is my favourite game, because I don't know. Like, what is it about Shadow Empire that's so good? I'm interested to know what you think there. Like, what is it about Shadow Empire that makes it better than any of the other 4X games? You know, or war games around. I've got my theory on this, but I'm interested to hear what you think, Josh. Or, you know, anyone else who's listening. 2 green oozes. I think we can kill those. I might avoid it. Gonna kill those scummy dwarves. Yeah, Shadow Empire is a special game. You don't get games like that very often. I think one of the reasons, right, that it is so good is that it's got a solo developer, and that solo developer is very, very competent. "21 brigands." Yeah, we can take those guys. Let's send this guy in as well. Star showers. Okay. Okay, we've got ourselves another coastal hamlet down here. This guy might be wise to kind of like loiter around here and just see if we can kind of keep these things going. 7 brigands. That's quite a few, isn't it? Okay, he managed to get some Call of the Deep in. It's good. Getting a fair amount of the map explored now. Josh says, regarding Shadow Empire, I think the combination of Wargame and 4X, it checks all the boxes. Empire management is so deep. Yeah, I've recently started focusing quite heavily on the Empire management side of things. So like on, you know, building your assets up and figuring out what's the, you know, the way to go about that. And the answer seems to be it's different every time, which is amazing because do you know what turns me off a game faster than anything else? It's knowing that there's an optimal way to build things. So if you've got the optimum way, some min-maxer will come out and you'll figure out the optimum way of doing something, and then that is it. That's game over for me. I just don't care anymore. Like, what's the point in playing? You figured out half the fun already. I don't get that with Shadow Empire, because every time some smart ass comes along and goes, hey, I think I figured out Shadow Empire, it turns out he hasn't. So yeah, I love it. It's great. I'm sure eventually, you know, people will figure out the optimum way to play, and then, you know, then my fun will be over. But until then, I've not seen it yet. And by the way, I'm being a dick for effect there. I don't really feel like that. I think it's wonderful that people care about the game enough to learn how to min-max it. I'm just being, you know, a comedy curmudgeon, but there is some truth in that statement. I don't like it when, you know, a game is kind of figured out for you. I really ruined Distant World's universe for myself by reading guides. There's an example of game design, right, where the fact that somebody wrote a popular guide and kind of, you know, everybody followed it, it took away the whole point of the ship designer in it, because it's like, okay, you can build system, you know, you can build your stations any way you want, but here's the most efficient way of doing it. And as soon as you've found the most efficient way of doing it, why would you do it any other way? You know what I mean? Like, unless you're really disciplined. So I don't know. I really don't like it when games, you know, are kind of two-dimensional enough that there is an obvious way to build everything. Shadow Empire is founded upon that incredibly good planet generation system, and the fact that the game is vastly different depending on which planet planet type you play on. Look at this mother of monsters just pumping out all these horrible creatures. Stop it. Be gone, thought. Yeah, so like Shadow Empire is built on this wonderful planet generation system, and the whole game really is based on that, really. And the fact that it's got loads of different mechanics. Like, Shadow Empire mechanics wise is way more complex than Dominions. It's got way more going on in it. The reason why Dominions is probably more difficult to learn, to be good at, particularly multiplayer, is because Dominions has just got so many variables. So it's got less mechanics, but it's more stuff to play with, you know, within those. The choice complexity is huge. Like, I'd love to see someone have a go at making a really competent AI for Dominions and try and get it to play like a player. That would be that. Like, I'm going to suggest this to Isle when I talk to him soon. I'm going to be like, oh, if you think you're a good AI developer, I want to see you make a really good, like, good AI for Dominions. And, you know, Josh says, yeah, you're right though, Vic is ridiculous. Yeah, when I said ridiculous, by the way, I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean that with reverence and respect. Like, it's ridiculous how damn talented he is. I don't mean he's like a ridiculous person. You know what? It's funny because anybody who's kind of not up on modern slang might find that incredibly offensive. Oh, by the way, look at this. We've got mad cultists here. We need to kill these now. Jesus, man. These have got to go. Oh, these got to go. Let's go and kill them now before they open the hell gate. This is worrying. We might end up with a Inferno invasion. Let's see. Hopefully we can kill them. Andre says, yes, Shadow Empire is deep, but allows you to play it and learn as you play, and you get better every playthrough. Yeah, I completely agree. It's one of the only games that's got a way of automating part of the game system that doesn't make you feel like it's being automated. That's no mean feat. It's no mean feat at all. Again, I think in game design, I've heard it said from very credible people that if something is going to be automated, why include it at all? I don't think that's necessarily the smartest thing I've ever heard. It sounds clever on paper until you think about it, and then it's like, well, there's loads of reasons why you might want to automate stuff. Like in Distant Worlds, having an automated private sector is actually really interesting. So yeah, I think that original argument was levelled at civilization, and removing automated workers. I think it was Soren Johnson. He said something like that. It is a smart thing, like, if you're trying to make a tight game design. But yeah, Vic has made a way of. He's come up with a way of basically allowing the player to ignore the assets in a game. Like to ignore the micromanagement of every zone that you create or every city, because the private sector will start to eventually build stuff for you. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to be able to play it like that on the higher difficulty settings, because you can, but you're going to get beaten if you try. If you don't pay attention to building quality of life buildings and that kind of thing. But it makes the game really forgiving to learn, considering it's so damn complicated. And you know, boy, that is a complex game. I do think that Shadow Empire probably with this, I think if it didn't have these tools to assist in, you know, certain aspects of the Empire management, I think it would be an overwhelming game for most people. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to people there. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, most people are too stupid to be able to play Shadow Empire. What I mean is, I think the learning curve would become a learning cliff, and most people would just bounce right off it. I know a lot of people who bounce right off Shadow Empire. They just can't get into it. I think that's a shame, because it's just a wonderful game. The other thing that I noticed about Shadow Empire, and this is something that I know Daz talks about a bit, and when I interviewed the developer, sorry, not interviewed, I had a couple of chats with the developer of the X-Pirates mod. It's a really interesting guy, very, very, very clever. And he said, he was talking about Shadow Empire, and he was like, I've started playing Shadow Empire, I absolutely love it. And I asked him what he liked about it, and he said, what I like about Shadow Empire is the game just gives you enough, you know, of a kind of visual cue that you can kind of figure out what's going on, but it lets your imagination run riot, you know. Like, he goes, I love the graphics in it, and I said, you know, some people complain about the graphics, I think they're great. And he goes, no, he goes, look, Shadow Empire is the asset, like I think the goofiest graphics are things like the stratagem cards and stuff, where he's got, you know, these kind of like sort of weird uncanny valley sort of people. Yeah, they don't look great. I don't mod them out. I know a lot of people like to use Pymus' stuff and that, and I think Pymus is an amazing artist, by the way. He's really, really good. I love his Dominion stuff. I don't use his mod in Shadow Empire because I'm just used to Shadow Empire as it is. But where Shadow Empire really excels in the graphics, and why I think people who say it's got bad graphics are just talking out their arse, is that every single one of those assets, like all 7 levels of all of them, they're all hand drawn, and they're really good as well. And all the units, there's so many different variations of the units, and every time you change something on the unit, like, you know, give it a new gun or new armor, it's got new graphics. I tell you what, mate, that game has got so many art assets, it's unbelievable. So it bugs me when people come out with ignorant comments like, the graphics in Shadow Empire are crap. It's like, no, the graphics in Shadow Empire are excellent. The map graphics in Shadow Empire are excellent. How many other games do you know that have got that many different tiles that you can just tell at a glance exactly what the tile is, and yet it still looks aesthetically pleasing? Like, I know Daz made his little map mod for it to make certain things easier. You don't need it. I don't need it. I can tell which are the high mountains, which are the low mountains, where the plateaus are. You don't really need it. It just, the graphics are so good in that game. They are developed so that they look good, so that they stimulate the imagination, and so that they are functional, so that you can tell at a glance what they are. That's really hard to do. Tell you, mate, Vic Rikers, he didn't like it when in my review I referred to him as the God of War games, because I read that, you know, people were calling him that on the Matrix forums, and he actually corrected me. He was like, only one person calls me that, you know, and I think he's just like one guy. And I was like, yeah, okay, but, you know, take the fucking compliment, man. Josh is saying, I took it that way. I think when he was referring to when I said, you know, Vic's being ridiculous. I know you did, mate. I knew what you meant. I just wanted to sort of, just for posterity, just to make it clear. If sometimes when I say, oh yeah, that person is ridiculous, I don't mean in a literal sense. I mean, you know, I'm amazed at how clever they are. And he said, Josh says, I have such a good time just shuffling leaders. It's a whole other game in itself, I think he says it. So, yeah, it is. Have you looked at the faction stuff? Have you tried, like, you know, gaming and min-maxing the faction stuff? That's fun. That's the thing that I haven't really looked at a whole lot, to be honest, the political factions. But if you really want to start getting loads and loads of cool stratagem cards, trying to keep those guys happy is one way of going about it. I think these guys are going to get crushed by these dwarves, so I'm not going to go in there. Let's go and try and take these. These might be a better bet. Spearmen we can handle. Model design is another thing in Shadow Empire that is absolutely amazing. So Shadow Empire has just the right amount of randomization and just the right amount of predictable game progression. So, you know, the randomization in the leaders that you get, in the model design, in the way that the research is partly randomized. You have a stable tree, but you know, you get things in a random order. The way that the decisions are thrown at you that give you, you know, the ability to go up certain levels in the profile tree, that's been fine-tuned in recent patches. I think the changes are very, very good. Shadow Empire is great. I could rant on about it forever. I just think it's one of the best games that's ever been made. And when I like, sometimes when I read back my reviews that I've written, I don't really get this complaint very often. In fact, I don't think I've ever had it. But the criticism I give myself for my own reviews is that I'm a little bit too glowing about stuff. And honestly, the answer is I just don't play bad games. Like, if there's a game that's not very good, I just don't play it. So, you know, I think I made this point a few times on podcasts, so I won't belabor it, but I'm not going to waste my time with crap games, right? So and I'm not paid to do reviews either. You know, I occasionally get the odd free game. I don't really do many reviews for eXplorminate now, but even when I did, if I get a free game to review and it sucks, in order for me to make a credible review that adheres to journalistic integrity, I have got to put a certain amount of time into it. And for a 4X game, that's 40 hours minimum. I want at least 100 hours if I'm going to really understand it, providing it's not like a really basic game. And if the game sucks, why am I going to waste that time, right? So if it looks like I've basically always put out positive reviews, but that's because every time I get a bad game, I just go, no, this is a bad game, I'm not playing it. If I was, like, you know, working for IGN or Kotaku or one of these other Joker outlets, right, and I was earning a salary, then yes, I absolutely would review every damn game that I got, because I would have to, because it's my job. And if it was crap, I'd tell people, and I'd be like, don't get this game, it's crap. Who wants to know that? Who cares about that? Like, why would you want me to waste your time telling you about a bad game? All you need to know is this game sucks, right? I mean, like, I suppose if you're, you know, a game designer, or, you know, you could just kind of interested, it might be, okay, Ben, why does this game suck? Tell me why, you know? And sometimes it's interesting to know that, but I don't really get that much. I can try to enjoy pissing on something for, you know, for some sort of artistic merit, or to give myself some kind of like writer's clout. Like, look at me, I'm dead clever, like you know, wittily destroying this game because I think it's bad, but I just don't really get that much pleasure from it. I take much more pleasure from being positive. Josh is saying, yeah, he did such an amazing job implementing randomization. Everything from world creation to model design, it's all so good. Yeah. You know what, right? And there's so much stuff in Shadow Empire that doesn't need to be there as well. Like, a lot of the character traits just don't do anything yet. Some of them have really minor effects. There's other stuff in the game as well that has secondary effects that you don't even really know about. Like, it's clear that if you go with meritocracy, if you start climbing into meritocracy, you start getting better leaders. I don't think that's in the manual anywhere, but it seemed, I mean, I'm not 100% sure about it, but pretty much every single time that I go meritocracy now, I get dead good leaders, and when I don't, I get bad ones. If you go into democracy, you get bad leaders, whereas if you go into meritocracy, you get much better ones. That seems to be a fact. So yeah, I just think that he's hidden loads of stuff in there, and I think he's a little bit Vic seems a little bit reluctant to let too many of his secrets about the game out, and I can absolutely respect that. I wonder if I can go to this Anvil place yet. Ooh, that's a lot of archers. Have you noticed, look, I actually got one of these mad cultists. This is really good. This is great. I got a bard as well. I wonder if that guy's a commander. No, he's not. I've never managed to catch one of these before. Bard gives us local leadership as well. That's really cool too. Yeah, honestly, I could glow. I could gush forth glowing waves of, you know, praise for Shadow Empire all day. Honestly, I think it's amazing. And I was gonna, I almost caught myself then. I was almost gonna say I kind of wish it had got more viewers, no, more players. No man, Shadow Empire is doing really, really well. I'm amazed it's got as many players as it has, considering how complicated it is. The fact that it has captured so many people's imaginations and it's got so many players is, you know, a testament to how good it is, really. Okay. You, sir, I want you to start getting monsters. Give me monsters from the deep. Oh dear. You're gonna have to fight on your hands now, aren't you? Because you messed up. One archer, 10 spearman. I think we could do that one. I'm not playing very effectively here, by the way. I'm being a bit... I'm kind of just playing on autopilot. We're going to absolutely wreck these guys. There we go, look. Oh, I did lose a couple of deep ones by the looks of it. I lost 4 deep 1 warriors. That's actually quite a lot. A battle in Trollland. I feel the power of my crossbows. Okay, cool. And there's a battle in Deserted Port as well. Yeah, this is the guys that we just tried to summon. Okay. Right, folks. I think I'm going to end the stream there because I've been playing nearly 3 hours and I'm very, very tired. So I'm going to end it here, guys. I'm going to save the game and I'll probably pick this up another time. Maybe I'll do it next Sunday and see if I can get a regular thing going. Thank you so much for anyone who came and watched, and Josh, Andre, and anyone else, thank you so much for commenting. It's like really nice to chat to people while I play. Yeah, I just like talking and I like talking to people, and it's really, really nice to have some people just to chat to about games. So thanks for joining me, guys. Hopefully you'll come back another time. Sometime you've got some time and sometime I've got some time, and we'll chat some shit about games again. Take care, guys. I'll see you later. Bye bye.